In a quiet, forgotten corner of the world, where the land was dry and lifeless, lived an old man. Every morning, people would see him walking slowly, with a bag of seeds in one hand and a wooden stick in the other. They thought he was just wasting his time. But what he was doing would one day transform an entire land and inspire the world. This is the story of the old man who planted trees for 30 years. Scene 1. His simple beginning. The old man lived alone, in a small hut near the hills. His wife had passed away long ago, and he had no children. Most people in his village had left because the land was barren. No crops, no water, no hope. But this man had a dream. He wanted to bring life back to the land. He wanted to see birds return, animals find shelter, and children play under the shade of trees. So, one day, he picked up a handful of seeds and began planting. Scene 2. The daily routine. Every morning, he would wake up before sunrise. He carried seeds of oak, pine, and wild flowers in his bag. With his walking stick, he dug small holes in the dry soil and carefully placed a seed inside. Then he covered it with earth, pressed it gently with his foot, and moved on to the next spot. Some days, he planted 10 seeds. Some days, 50. And some days, none survived. People laughed at him. "Why waste your time?" they said. "These trees will never grow." But he never argued. He just smiled and continued planting. Now, Scene 3. The first signs of life. Years passed. Slowly, tiny green shoots began to appear. Then small bushes. Then little trees. The old man cared for them like his own children. He watered them with whatever little water he had. And one day, after 10 years, the barren land no longer looked empty. It had begun to change. The soil became richer. Rain returned. Birds built their nests in the branches. The sound of life was slowly coming back. Scene 4. 20 years later. 2 decades had passed. What was once a desert had turned into a small forest. Deer began to wander there. Streams of water started to flow again. People from nearby villages returned and started farming. The old man was now weak, with a white beard and slow steps. But every morning, he still carried his bag of seeds. Scene 5. 30 years of patience. 30 years later, the transformation was complete. What had once been a wasteland was now a green paradise, with tall trees, flowing rivers, chirping birds, and fertile soil. Travelers who passed by were amazed. They thought it was a miracle of nature. But it was not nature alone. It was the quiet work of one man who believed in patience, hope, and the power of small daily actions. Conclusion. Moral. The old man never sought fame. He never asked for recognition. He simply wanted to leave the world better than he found it. His story teaches us something powerful. One person, with patience and consistency, can change the world. Small actions, repeated every day, can create miracles. And planting even a single seed of kindness, hope, or love can grow into a forest that gives life to generations. So, whenever you feel that your efforts are too small. Remember the old man who planted trees for 30 years, because sometimes the quietest work leaves the loudest legacy. Outro suggestion for your channel. If this story inspired you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you don't miss more inspiring stories like this. Like,